All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Nithin Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show. This is episode 1035. We are live on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, on all the podcast platforms out there. So please, everyone, tune in. We are joined by a really special guest. He's a right-handed pitcher, Ryan Velazquez. He just signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates as undrafted college free agent. He pitched for Washington University, and what a great career in college. And now he's obviously got to his ultimate goal, which is in the majors. Hopefully he gets called up soon. But man, like I said, just signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we are live on Spreaker. So fans, please tune in on that app. You can ask questions today to Ryan today. So first of all, Ryan, thank you for joining the show. It's truly an honor. Like I said, congrats on the big signing with Pittsburgh. How are you and your family doing today?
All good, man, and thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Family all good, thank God, just very excited for this opportunity and what the future, holds for me.
Yeah, so let's start off with that opportunity where the Pittsburgh Pirates signed you as an undrafted free agent. Take us to that process. Tell our fans, how did that play out? Was there any other teams interested in you? But once you saw the offer from Pittsburgh, how excited were you?
Well, I was there. There was other teams that were talking to me, but the Pittsburgh Pirates were the ones that were mostly interested. Um, it was a process where, I was being talked through, potentially getting picked in the draft, and it just didn't work out. And then the second the draft ended, I got the call, with the opportunity, and I just took it. I was very excited. I was emotional. I've been working so hard for this. It's been a long wait. It took a lot of hard work to get here, and I'm just, it's a blessing.
Yeah, so Pittsburgh Pirates has a rich history when it comes to pitching over the years. Obviously, you got off the bat two former Pittsburgh Pirates, Garrett Cole and Jamison Taillon, or some other pitchers they had throughout their history. So, did you get any advice from any former Pittsburgh Pirates players when after you signed this deal?
Yeah, as of right now, not really. But it excites me so much to see, because a lot of very, very good pitchers. We're talking about like potential Cy Youngs, all stars that have gone through this system. So like it's very exciting for me to go, through their development process and just being a part of the program. Just being very excited to see, what the future upholds, because like they definitely do very good with development. Because not only with pitchers, they develop good players like overall, hitters. Just it seems like a great system to be in. So it's a blessing to be with the Pirates right now.
Yeah, so I got to ask you this. Obviously, there's a Pittsburgh Pirates picked up a great hitter in Tamar Johnson. What are you most looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing him being with his teammate now in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm actually very excited to meet him. Have a little talk. I always love to talk to hitters, see how their approach is, how they see pitching. Because I can pick up stuff here and there. Like whenever I'm in the middle of a bat, I remember stuff, things to look out for when I'm facing a hitter. And a hitter with his caliber, it'll be great to pick up on his brain and obviously like see him grow as he like goes through the system. So that's exciting for me. Yeah.
Hmm. So while growing up, who did you look up to pitching wise in the majors while growing up?
Well, while growing up, I used to look up to a lot to Madison Bumgarner. I love to see him pitch, and like he's just a beast in the playoffs. And as the game has kept evolving, I love to see Sugar Diaz. He's the guy, man. Like coming from my hometown from Puerto Rico, it's very exciting to see him grow. And a lot of other Puerto Rican pitchers like Jose Berrios, like kind of struggling right now, but good to see him grow. Joe Jimenez, not a lot of people know him from Detroit. He's doing really, really good. And I'm a big fan of Trevor Bauer, honestly. I love to see like what he does, because like I kind of identify with him. That's a guy that it's mostly hard work than talent, and that's basically my story. So I like to see the way like he works to be that elite.
Yeah, so we are live with Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Ryan Velazquez. We have a fan question for you. One of our fans just popped in, and they want to know. Being from Puerto Rico, one of our fans want to know what's it like representing your country and getting to your goal. And obviously, a lot of pitchers come out of Puerto Rico now in this day and age, so they want to know what's it like just to be part of a special thing now in the major, I mean, with the major league team and representing your country. They want to know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, first of all, it's a big honor. Baseball is the biggest sport in Puerto Rico. Like everyone goes crazy about it. You know, we're really big fans of the WBC. You know, like the island basically paralyzes every time Puerto Rico is playing against another country. So it's really very exciting, you know, because people get really enthusiastic about it. It's a small island, so like word spreads very quick. So I got like a lot of messages, a lot of congratulations.
Oh,
And to me, it's just very exciting because like it's been a childhood dream for me to one day like step on a WBC and wear that Puerto Rican jersey and pitch for them. So knowing that I'm a step closer to that, you know, it's very exciting and it's an honor, man. Like, because I'm telling you, like we're big fans of baseballs down there, so it's gonna be a blast for sure.
yeah. Speaking of the World Baseball Classic, would you consider playing in that World Baseball Classic for Puerto Rico?
Oh yeah, 1,000%, man. I've been dreaming of that my whole life. You know,
Wow.
I'm now that I'm finally in the system, I just gotta work my work through it, my way through it, my bad. And definitely for sure I'll be like proudly representing Puerto Rico.
Wow. Yeah, so obviously you played in high level competition in college in the Pac-12 with Washington, and so what would you say being part of that and playing against high level teams, would you say that helped you get prepared for this moment right now?
Yes, 1,000%. You know, it was amazing. Like I had never been a part of that high level of competition. You know, I played against a lot of like first round picks, top 5 round picks. You know, they really really good teams in Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA, Oregon. Like those were really really good teams. They have really great coaches. They knew what they were doing with their hitters. They had great approaches, and it was a challenge for sure. So that I feel like that's all I needed, like kind of a challenge to like showcase myself to see that you know that I can actually put up with that competition. I had a lot of ups and downs, you know, that's just how baseball goes, and especially with that good of a competition, you know, like you can't make mistakes against good hitters because they're gonna make you pay, and they you know they made me pay at times, and it was just I mean overall, man, it was just really really fun. Like it was great. I had a lot of fun in the Pac-12.
Well, yeah. So we have another fan question. One of our fans want to know what advice did you give in college? Maybe a pitching coach or your rest of the coaching staff or a player. What advice did you get in college that got you ready for this moment here?
Well, I feel like it's about sometimes people get caught up in things that they can't control, you know, like for example, like you might think that you're at a certain level and you deserve a certain role and then you don't get it and like that's the end of the world, you know. And you got to understand that when you're in college, you know, like you might have been like the best player in your high school or like the best player in your hometown, but once you're in college, man, you're like with the best of the best, you know. So you just got to understand that roles are is something that I think I don't think it's that important. You know, it's about what you do. You know, like just take your role, do the best job that you can at that role. And little by little opportunities are gonna come. You know, like people think that they just like are entitled to opportunities, are entitled to roles and all this stuff. Just gotta work hard through it. And as soon as you know you get that opportunity, you take advantage of it, and then like a lot of doors are gonna open for sure. So just be open about it. Work hard, and you can't let you know like because there's at times there's gonna be more downs than ups. So you just gotta always remember why you started playing, and you know do your best at all times.
Another fan question. They want to know some of your best moments at Washington University.
Some of my best moments.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple. I think I say one of the big ones was when we took a game against Stanford to win the series. It was a Sunday game, and I came on a big eighth inning. I'm pretty sure we were down by one, and I came out of a clean. I had 2 strikeouts and I think a fly out, a ground out. And after that, we were able to walk it off. And that was pretty big. I remember coming in relief like 4 innings against UCLA to close out the game. That was pretty fun. We had a huge walk off. I want to say it wasn't Stanford. No, it was Stanford. Like the very first game, that was, oh man, that was so much fun. Like our series against Stanford was very, very, very fun. And it was amazing. Like those were one of like the best baseball games I've ever had. Like against them and Stanford, we got a very good series against USC. Like I feel like those will be like my most like memorable moments. Well, those were pretty fun because that was around the time we went on like a 12 winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
So it was huge.
Well, yeah. So speaking of after you signed that deal with the Pirates, how many of your friends and family reached out to you, and did you have to silence your phone, or how blown up your phone got after you signed that deal?
That man, I gotta tell you, like that was crazy. The very first day that it happened, like I had just 3 days where I just like I could not look at my phone. It was just it will keep like ringing all the time. So I had to put it down for quite a while. But it was insane. Like people that I study with in like middle school that I haven't talked to you in years, like high school, people that just like completely disappeared. Like just like I felt like just everyone like knew about it. I don't even know how. Like it just like I guess they saw it on social media and they found me and they hit me up, calls left and right, like it was kind of crazy. But it was, it felt good to feel the love from all those people, knowing that those relationships, even though that, we didn't stay in touch a lot, like they still care about you and they're happy for your success and stuff. So it was, it's a blessing to have them and have their support. But it was kind of crazy. Like the very first day, I literally like after 7 p.m. like I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone away. Like it was just too much.
Yeah. Yeah, so tell our fans about your draft. Obviously, you didn't get drafted, but tell about the draft experience leading up to this, being with your family. And did you have a draft party? And then, well, how tough is it waiting for a long time, not hearing your name called? But obviously, it doesn't matter if you get drafted or not. It's just getting the opportunity. But how tough is it just waiting for your name to get called?
Man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that is very stressful, especially like when you're waiting. For example, like you're a right-handed pitcher and like you see like some right-handed pitcher get picked up and you're like, oh my God, like they're not gonna pick me, like they pass on me. But I mean, overall, I feel like it's pretty fun, just being there, like the wait, like it's basically like when you're on a very long line to like ride this roller coaster that you really been wanting to ride on, and you're just there waiting, and you just see people get on, and then like I don't know, like you see the people that pay for the fast pass, they get on before you, and you're like, man, like I wish that could be me, like it's exactly like that. But sadly, I didn't have like no party or anything. I was just like with my girlfriend. I was in New York because in the case I didn't get picked up, I was gonna go back to the draft league with the West Virginia Black Bears. So I was just like waiting and waiting, and then like when I finally got the call on the third day, like the second the draft ended, I just I gave her a big hug. It was very emotional, and then we went to celebrate and we went to a Buffalo Wild Wings, and then over there, like we had a great time, me and her and a couple of her like friends that are working with her because she's working on a tennis camp, and it was a lot of fun. Like I had a lot of fun. I had a blast, and I can't wait to see my family and finally hug them and stuff. I know they're excited to see it too.
Wow. Yeah, so speaking of the MLB Draft League, what was that like being part of that with the West Virginia Black Bears? And obviously, to talk about that league in general.
Yeah, for sure. So I love the MLB Draft League. I had the honor to be a part of it when it first started last year. I was with the Williamsport Crosscutters. Had a lot of fun, and this year I came to the West Virginia Black Bears, and we did the unthinkable over there. Like I had a lot of fun. Being part of that team that's coached by Jed Yorkrow, like it was just a lot of fun. He keeps a good environment, keeps like I feel like a very professional like type of environment. We came like me and a couple of like other D1 players. The team was 2-10, and we ended up winning the first half. And that was one hell of a ride, man. Like we went on a lot of winning streaks, and then we will snap it and then go back at it again. And I have never been a part of a team like that, man. Like I'll literally be, if we were in the sixth inning or seventh inning, we were down by two. I still like thought there was no way we were gonna lose. And it was just like it was very, very, very fun. Like a great group of guys. Like we were all like very good friends with each other. Like we were very like bonded, and I'm still in touch with most of the guys that were in there. It was fun to see a lot of them draft. We had like I think like 5 or 6 pitchers get picked up and a couple position players. So, it was really, really fun. I can't wait to maybe probably meet them through the minor league system. We'll probably play against each other. So that would be fun.
Yes.
So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Jed Jerko, obviously a great major league player, and he brings
Yeah.
a winning mentality to as a manager. And what a great manager to have like that, who used to play in the majors
Yeah.
and knows about the game, knows about winning. I want to ask you about your former teammate Turner Hill. What speak about him, because we covered Trent Thunder against West Virginia last week, and this guy was on. They couldn't. The Thunder couldn't stop him. He knows how to hit. Talk about your former teammate Turner Hill.
I didn't get to play with him actually. I didn't because I came on the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard of him though. I've heard of him, and I've heard that like he's a very good hitter. I feel like he has like a very good approach. Like he understands counts from what I've heard.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing with him. I'm not sure. I don't wanna
Mm.
quote nothing that's wrong.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard from people, he's a guy that understands counts, and he knows what he needs to do. He's not trying to do too much or like get too caught up in the moment. Like he just understands, what he needs to do and what count and his role in the lineup, which makes him a great hitter for sure.
Well, yeah, we have another fan question for you. They want to know with 2 outs and in order. So obviously, if you're they want to know if you're in a jam with 2 outs and if you strike out someone, how they want to know how pumped up do you get after getting out of the jam?
Oh my God, man. It's so much adrenaline going on. It's insane. I had a lot of those in Washington where like it'll be like man I'm third and second and I'll come in and is the whole pressure of the world is on you. And I feel like the most important thing when you're going through that moment is just not getting caught up in the moment. Like sometimes a lot of pitchers tend to like get 2 quick outs and like you just think you're unstoppable and hittable, and that's when you make your mistakes, because you try to get too big or you try to throw too hard. Like understanding that like the inning is not over until the third out is the very like thing that I've learned through college, just staying composed. But like once that third out hits, man, like it's just like, oh my God, like it's just like the best feeling in the world. I cannot explain it. Like I'm a very emotional guy on the mound when it comes to that. I feel like, I know how to control my emotions, but like once I'm out of a jam like that, like I just let everybody hear it. I get very pumped.
Do you feel like you're the best pitcher in this draft class?
I mean, obviously, there's a question that's very it's controversy, right? I feel like anybody that doesn't think himself as the best pitcher, he's lying to himself. Obviously, like I can't say on paper that I am because the reality is that I'm not. But in my head and for me, I am. So
Yeah.
I just gotta get the opportunity to show it. And I just don't like to brag about it or anything, but like obviously like that's the way I need to think to be able to perform and to be able to do me. So that's just how I go about things. Obviously, it's just like the same. Like if you were to ask Cristiano Ronaldo, like who's the best football player, like he's not gonna say Messi. He's gonna say that he's the best football player. Same with Messi. So like it's just like basically that same mentality I like to keep.
Yeah, I mean, you worked hard to get to this point, and man, I mean, you had a great, like I said, great college career and great moments, and obviously a lot of people doubted you, but you just have to keep working hard, and you'll get
Yeah.
there, which you did. So what are you most looking forward to now in this pirate system, and what are you trying to work on to get better, and then look forward to the next season?
So I'm basically focusing a lot on pitch development. I wanna add like a third solid pitch to my arsenal. I feel like I have 2 solid pitches right now, but like the third one is kind of like there sometimes, and then sometimes it's not. So I'm hoping to learn, like what will be the best for me. Like what pitch can I add to my arsenal right now that's gonna be very helpful and it's gonna help me get through the minor league system quick, so I can find my way to the big league. So either if that's a cutter, if that's a two-seamer, if that's like a 12-6 breaking ball or a changeup, I'm willing to see my options, and I'm very excited for that. And obviously excited for spring training next year and seeing where I will end up. If that's in low A, high A, rookie ball, like I don't know, double A, like wherever I end up, like I'm just very excited to compete already, man. I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have another fan question for you. They want to know what's your favorite go-to snack?
My favorite go-to snack.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a sweet tooth, man. Like anything that sweet gets me, and everybody that knows me already knows that I just love Reese's. Like that's just my thing, man. That's my guilty pleasure. I obviously try to stay out of it to stay in good shape and stuff, but like it's sometimes very hard to say no. I feel like that's my go-to snack, like Reese's or any type of chocolate, honestly.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you get to visit the city of Pittsburgh yet?
Yes, I did. Whenever they brought us on to sign, they took us to PNC Park, and man, it's beautiful. It's insane. Like you got the background of the city in the ballpark, and like the city itself, like it's crazy beautiful. Like I really liked it and enjoyed being there.
Yeah. So what's it going to be like once you get the call up in the majors, and what's it going to be like wearing the home Pirates uniform, pitching in PNC Park in front of your in front of those amazing fans? And Pittsburgh has, like I said, amazing fan base, amazing ballpark. So what's that going to be like once that happens for you?
It's probably gonna be unreal. Like it's gonna take me a while to suck it in, like understand the moment. So that would be like one of my childhood dreams, just stepping a foot in a major league park and pitching for a team. So it'll probably be surreal. Like it's gonna take a lot to take in, but it's gonna be a dream come true for sure. I'm gonna enjoy every second of it for sure.
Yeah. So what are some things that people don't? What are some things that people don't know about you?
Some things that people don't know about me. I think basically the very first one, I have a sweet tooth. Not a lot of people do that and like know that. So I just love sweets like a lot, like too much in my opinion. I love to travel. I love like the beach, just traveling like anywhere, like even like because for example in Puerto Rico, like there's so many places
Yeah.
to visit, and even though I'm from there, like I just love to travel through the island and just seeing different places and stuff. Um, what else I can say? I actually love rock music,
Oh wow.
which is not common for Puerto Ricans, and I love spicy food. That would be like the things.
Yeah. So so can you talk about so obviously actually we have a fan question here. One of our fans want to know do you have a nickname?
I have a nickname. Uh Not really. I guess like in in junior college when I was in Central Florida, they used to call me Rhino. But not really, like in Washington I did have one, but it brought me some trouble in my relationship, and I'd rather just, you know, keep that name over there. Like whoever knew when I was in Washington, saw me play, know what I'm talking about. So let's just leave it at that. And like I hope that nickname just dies there for the better of me. So I said right now, like no nickname, so I'm open to whatever nickname they want to put on me.
Yeah, so before we get to the last two things, can you talk about when was the first time you got connected with Dylan Espinal, and what was it like seeing his growth as a player and obviously switch hitter, and obviously we covering him, and he's killing it right now and with the Thunder. So what's it like to see a player like that, and then when was the first time you connected with him?
So me and Dylan go way back, man. Like I know Dylan since I was like 9 or 8 years old. Like we go way back in the island. We live in the same hometown, and we got the opportunity to play in the same team a couple of times. So I've seen him grow like completely. You know, he's always been a very good player, just like very strong arm. He's very athletic, quick, can hit from the both sides of the plate, which is very fun to watch. But to me it was very exciting. You know, like I even played with Dylan in college. I played like a year with him at Alabama State, and it was, you know, it's kind of crazy to me how much he has like grown, how much he has matured at the plate, how much he has matured as a player itself and as a man. So it's amazing, and I can't wait for a team to get Dylan an opportunity because he deserves it so much. Like he's a hard worker, he's a grinder, doesn't stop working. And actually, like, hey, I don't know if you know his little brothers, man. Like they're ballers, man. Like
Oh, wow.
his family is just like ballers, you know. Like his um, I guess you can say middle brother. I don't know how to really say it. Like, yeah, he's playing at Vanderbilt. Like his youngest brother. Like I think he's gonna go to Chipola now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's just like a family of ballers, man, and it's just like very fun to watch, you know, because he set the tone for sure, and his brothers, like I don't know if they like to admit it or not, but like Dylan was a great role model for them.
Wow.
So it's very good to see them like, you know, evolve the way they have, because they really have evolved a lot.
Wow. Yeah. So where can people find you on where can our fans find you on social media?
Well, I have Instagram
Mhm.
and Twitter. My Instagram handle will be at Ryan, should be RYAN and underscore 3528. And my Twitter handle will be at RYDwade.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be like RYDWADE. And those are like the two main social medias that I use and, you know, use to interact with people if they want to interact. So those are the main two for sure.
Yeah. So the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and all the center workers right now?
Man, I don't know. I just appreciate everything they do. You know, like it's been really tough on them this last like couple of years, and it's just hats off, honestly. Like to do what they do, and you know, it's very easy to say like, man, you know, I'm done with this, I'm quitting, and this like to have them just like sacrifice their own lives, man. If you think about it, because like they also have families, they also have people that they care about, and for them to just like work all those hours and just, you know, stay through the process, like it's really like a blessing to have all those people, and their work doesn't go for granted for sure or unseen. So it's, you know, it's tough, but like I really appreciate them for sure. Like it's insane.
Well said. And there you have it. Right-handed pitcher Ryan Velazquez, former Washington University, played in the MLB Draft League, and now he's just signed a free agent deal with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Man, thank you for joining us today. Today is truly an honor. Congrats again with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Good luck on your next opportunity, and we'll be rooting for you. Obviously, we'll stay connected with your career, and we would love to have you back on the show down the line so you can meet the full team. But keep up the great work and keep killing it. And good luck. Congrats again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.